Hello,
Good
friends.
evening. Good
Good
evening,
morning, good
ma'am.
evening. Good morning, good evening. Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, Adab, Salam to everyone. Myself, Saraswati Poswal, back again with the venture on fertile brains. Thank you so much, K. Kumar Prasanna ji, for giving the opportunity to the great poets around the world. And my heartfelt thanks to him and to the entire team of poets present here today. We are, usually celebrating this Sunday evening with this. This is called poetry festival, you can call it, and we celebrate with the various different poets around the world and different states and around the world and the globe, and that's wonderful, and it's an honorable, honorable time for me. I feel like that I'm among all these such great personalities, luminaries sitting over here, and they'll be presenting the words and poems for all of us. Welcome you all from K. Kumar Prasanna ji and myself, Saraswati Poswal. So, and Richard Pisak sir, who is going to co-host with me this show today. Let's begin it and rock everyone with your wonderful poems to share it with the world. Good evening. Welcome once again from the entire team of Fertile Brains and Rupali Seeker ma'am also. Now we like to call upon our, yes, yeah, good evening, Mausumi Halder. I interrupted you. So let's begin with the show. As you all know, we all are present here to share our verses, and definitely it will become a great, vision for the world, and they will follow our words, and that will work as a divine image for the people. And Lanton sir is there to share his wonderful reviews. And welcome you, Lanton sir, Devendra sir, Dr. Deena Padayachee sir, and Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik, Dr. Rakesh Chandraji, Mausumi Halder, Richard Swisak sir from US, Shyamaprasad Patnaik sir from Orissa, and Saurabh Gopal Pradhani sir, and Jennifer M. Gomez. Welcome. Now let's begin the show as it's already 7:03 now. I'll invite on the stage today our poet, Dr. No, Devendra sir. Devendra sir, we want to hear a poem from you. Welcome. Devendra sir, unmute yourself. Devendra sir. Yeah,
Namaste.
welcome, sir. Welcome, sir.
Very
Namaskar.
good evening from Nepal. We have just completed our election. So election hang is still there. I have a small poem about the present war that is paining everybody, I suppose. The waning of humanity. Somewhere a desperate cry for water rises. Elsewhere, fuel crisis makes life a heavy cross. In this advanced 21st century, the world still bleeds from hunger's bitter loss. The wealthy, the elite, and the self proclaimed wise, what is it they still lack? What phantom do they chase? Not content with crushing the earth, its life, and its fame. They have choked the very skies with missiles scaring space. This was the era to erase poverty's sting, to breathe the world in brotherhood and light, to spread the message of mercy and peace. Yet here man hunts man in the dead of night. From earth to sky, a chaotic din prevails. As they dance to destruction and the spirit fails, war is a curse for those who breathe today, but for the unborn, it's a shadow, dark and deep, like Hiroshima's ghost or Nagasaki's ash. It shows a harvest of slaughter they must reap, as if nature's wrath were not enough to bear. The floods, the droughts, the landslides, and the quakes, or the suffocating grip of plague like the crown, man adds his own arrogance to the grief he makes. Look to Israel, Iraq, and Middle East pain, where human life screams under a blood red rain. He who thinks he conquers through the might of war, what does he truly win when the battle is done? For when humanity and global unity fall, the victor loses everything he thought he owned. Sees the tragic games of loss and gain. Sees the tragic games of loss and gain, where not just the villain, but even the righteous fall. In times of peril, we survived by a helping hand. Today, it is that same pure heart for which we call, for as long as humanity breathes within our soul, only then does being human truly have a goal. Only then does human being truly have a goal. Thank you. Namaste.
Wonderful, wonderful, so wonderful verses. Thank you so much, Devendra sir. Your poem really touched the heart, and every poet present here is, waked up, and world will listen to your poem, and definitely will wake up from this war trauma. And when will this war stop? There's no use of these wars. Everyone know this, and there will be so much global warming and the effects, and on it's affecting our atmosphere, climate, and we are getting disturbed with the LPG, and we are definitely losing the humanity. That's very painful for us. Thank you so much for your wonderful poem on war. And everyone, please give him a big hand of applauses to Devendra sir. He was from Nepal with his lovely poem. We pray that your message reaches to those people, and definitely they'll stop the war and will have a peace. Now, I'd like to call upon our next guest poet here present today, Dr. Deena Padayachee, sir, from Africa, and he will surely present something wonderful to us. Sir, stage is yours. Welcome.
Thank you, Sir Saraswati, and it's lovely to be with all of you all again. After a hiatus of a few weeks, I want to thank especially the organizers and Saraswati for coming in to host this
Thank you.
afternoon. It's actually very important for
Thank
all
you.
of us. I'm from Durban, South Africa. So, and I'd like to say my surname, I'm very proud of my surname, it's Padayachee. And I was told that it's a name in Tamil Nadu as well, Padayachee. Okay, so yeah, it's a very difficult time in our lives. And the fuel prices in South Africa have rocketed, and so have the food prices. So I'm presenting two little poems today, if that's all right. The first one goes like this. There are people who are proud of killing people, but I say to everybody, do not be ashamed of loving your home and your country. Do not be ashamed of being a patriot. Do not be ashamed uh, of who you are. Be proud of standing up against the imperialists and the bigots who seek to control your country via their imperial, intellectual domination. By betraying and beheading your people, by imposing their laws in your country, and rendering you and your fellow citizens without a home. The next poem is a poem against war. And I wrote it in 2022 when the Russians invaded the Ukraine in February 2022. I never dreamt that in March 2026 or the end of February 2026, the Americans would attack Iran and Israel would do the same. So this is a poem against that. Imagine a world. Imagine a world where the warriors are infused with wisdom. Imagine a world where soldiers, in their hundreds of thousands, refused to be invaders, ravagers, and murderers, refused to put their precious lives, their only lives, on the line for psychopaths. Imagine such a world. Imagine a world where greed is as obnoxious as war. Imagine a world. Imagine a world where children are loved, where ladies are celebrated, where men are worthy of love, where the elderly are cherished and adored. Imagine a world. Imagine a world where bigotry is eschewed, where violence is abhorred, where racism is seen as the domain of the retarded. Imagine a world. Imagine a world where greed is outlawed and arrogance is the arena of the absurd. Imagine a world. Imagine a world where it is possible to see beauty in all the cultures and music plays a tattoo of love in our spirits. All kinds of music. Imagine a world. Imagine a world of dignity and respect. Imagine a world of honor. A world where the fiends experience justice. Imagine such a world. Imagine a world where whores are shamed and the sweetness of the soul is savored. Imagine a world. Imagine a world. Imagine a world. Thank you.
Wow. Wonderful, so wonderful. Friends, give him a big hand of applause for his lovely imagination of the world with the love and peace. Yes, sir, definitely. We appreciate your poem, and there will be peace around the world. And definitely, anybody wants to say something, Landon, sir? Would you like to say something on his poem? What a wonderful
Well,
imagination he is presenting.
Dr. Dina is a soul with what I would call a justice voice. And here he seemed to be contrasting the chaotic with the beauty of what can be. When
Mm.
humans get together, there is
Yeah.
one world there which is joy and beauty and harmony, and there's another one which is absolute chaos. So what we really need is for them to come together like a flower garden, or like instruments in an orchestra, all playing so beautifully that you don't get it's working, but you don't get this darkness and chaos and everything else which seems to be going on right now. So I commend him for writing these two poems. Of course, they're current themes. And yes,
Good.
we should also be proud of our countries, which he mentioned
Yeah.
at some point. No, we shouldn't be, not proud of our countries. We ourselves have to do our own inner work as well. And I suspect a lot of that is going on right now amidst the chaos. So in that sense, the chaos is inspiring us to be our better selves.
Yeah. We
Dina
need
Thank
to
you
sir,
change
so much.
ourselves.
Thank you
Dina sir,
so much.
I'm Colonel Gopal Pradhani. Dina sir, you've been always very, very impressive, and your words are
Yeah.
meaningful. Your words are always meaningful for the country.
Yeah. Very
Thank you,
informative,
Gopal.
and
Nandri.
very lovely, very informative. Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Deena and Padayachee. We are honored to have you, and wonderful poem, two pieces you have presented with us. Now I'd like to call upon, yes, Gopal Pradhani, sir. How are you doing now?
Thank you, Saraswati madam.
Welcome, sir.
I'm grateful.
Welcome. We are
Yeah.
missing your shairi from, yes, many. Last time I think you did not join it.
See, last time I was there,
So,
man. Last time I was there.
okay.
Before that, I
Okay,
was in
okay.
hospital.
Yes, yeah. One or two I missed out. I thought
Yes,
I
yes,
haven't heard
yes,
something
yes,
from you that was missing.
yes.
So let's have a shairi or something from you, sir. Please welcome. Give him a welcome, warm welcome, friends.
Thank
Yes, sir.
ma'am.
He's
Thank you very
from
much.
Dwarka. Let me tell
Well,
you, he's from Dwarka. He's
well,
a colonel, and he has been doing a lot work with our military army. He has worked with whole life. He dedicated, and now he's doing a very good job with his verses. He's sharing his poems to us with the meaningful gestures. Thank you so much for coming, sir.
thank
We are
you,
feeling
ma'am.
honored to have you. Welcome,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you very much, ma'am. In fact, I've come with a poetry book which I have lately written. This is the last book I've written. This is 17th book which has been published. 16 earlier, and this is the 17th one. In fact, I have started writing two-liners, four-liners, as olden times all the peers and saints used to write
Great.
shlokas, right, etc.
Wow.
So similarly,
Sundar.
I will start with the two-liner, which are a
Yes, sir.
full
So,
poem. It is a full poem from this book. कि मैं और तुम जब से हम हो गए, मैं और तुम जब से हम हो गए, जिंदगी से कई गम कम हो,
wow,
जिंदगी
wow,
से
wow.
कई कम हो गए। बात इतनी ही थी और शोर मच गया, बात इतनी सी थी और शोर मच गया। अरे हम तो अकेले ना थे प्यार करने वाले, हम अकेले ही ना थे प्यार करने वाले। So this is the two liners, and one more if you permit me, कि हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई, अगेन टू लाइनर, हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई मुझे तो लगते हैं भाई भाई। And I now recite a very short poem about the Desh Prem. I have been very lucky to be the active part of 3 wars with our neighbor enemy. So we all won that, and we have been celebrating the victory days. I was invited 4 times by the President's house, and then very lately by the Defense Minister. तो देश प्रेम के लिए मैं लिखता हूँ, प्लीज देखिए नाजुक वर्ड्स हैं उसमें कुछ, कि ऐ मेरे वतन मेरे भारत देश, सच्चे दिल से मैं देता हूँ संदेश, किसी नन्हे बच्चे के होठों की मुस्कान है तू मेरे देश, किसी नन्हे बच्चे के होठों की मुस्कान है तू, मुझे प्राण देने वाला मेरा प्राण है तू। फिर देश को बोलता हूँ, ऐ देश तू मेरी पत्नी के घूंघट की लाज है। ऐ देश, ऐ भारतवर्ष तू मेरी पत्नी के घूंघट की लाज है, मेरी बेटी के मासूम अंदाज है, मेरे बेटे का स्वाभिमान है तू, मेरे परिवार की सच्ची शान है तू। ऐ मेरे प्यारे देश, तू मेरी धरती का आकाश है, तू मेरे सूरज का प्रकाश है, मैं तेरे लिए कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ, जी सकता हूँ और मर सकता हूँ। ऐ मेरे देश, मेरे हिस्से की जमीन का आसमान मेरा है, ये देश मेरा है, ये जहान मेरा है, कभी रहा होगा दुश्मन का, कभी रहा होगा दुश्मन का इलाका, जहां शहीद हुआ वो आसमान मेरा है, जहां शहीद हुआ, जहां मेरी कब्र बनी उसके ऊपर पर सब कुछ मेरा है। पैदा हुआ जो इस मिट्टी से, मैं फिर बोलता हूँ कि पैदा हुआ जो इस मिट्टी से, वो हिंद का कर्जदार हो गया, और इसी पुख्ता सबूत की तरह से वो मेरा भी रिश्तेदार हो गया। अलग अलग जाति धर्म से हम पैदा हुए, ये देश अच्छे लोगों का एक मस्त परिवार हो गया। नमस्कार।
क्या बात, क्या बात, कितनी सुंदर उम्दा कविता देश प्रेम के ऊपर आपने रची। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, शुक्रिया, आभार। वी आर वेरी थैंकफुल। फ्रेंड्स, गिव हिम अ बिग हैंड ऑफ अप्लॉजेज सर प्रधानी के लिए। इन्होंने पूरी जिंदगी तहत अपने दिल जान से इन्होंने देश की सेवा की और अभी भी लगे हुए हैं अपनी शब्दों द्वारा तो सींचने। ऐसे लोगों के आगे आगे हम लोगों के हम लोग कहाँ पहुंच सकते हैं, ऐसे लोग हमें कहाँ मिलेंगे। वी आर लकी टू हैव देम हियर। थैंक यू सो मच सर, कीप राइटिंग एंड शाइनिंग, टेक केयर ऑफ योरसेल्फ। आप इसी तरह आते रहें और महफिल सजाते रहें, ये महफिल इसी तरह सजती रहे आपके सब
Can I just say one or two words?
श्योर
Thank you.
श्योर।
Thank you so
Welcome,
much
Ambika
for
ma'am.
this patriotic poem. It just touched the deep core of my heart. Really, it's a smile on a baby's lips. It's the pride of a woman's pallu. It's beautiful what you have read, sir. It's wonderful. It's like our own voice. So it's it's a collective voice of the nation. Wonderful. Thank you so much for presenting such a lovely poem. Thank you.
Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Ambika ma'am, for coming and giving lovely review. Now I'd like to call upon our next guest for today, Jennifer M. Gomez. Jennifer M. Gomez, welcome. Open your mic, ma'am. Sorry, would you can you tell me from where you belong to? I don't know, so I could not mention you.
Hi, Saraswati. I am from the Caribbean island of Jamaica, but I live in Germany.
Okay, welcome.
I've not been
participating. Wie heißen Sie?
Jennifer Garnax.
Was machen Sie?
Ich war früher Chefassistentin und bin jetzt in Rente.
Wow, wow.
Yes, but I
Well,
haven't
very
been here
nice.
for a long time because I've been having problems with my voice and it's still
Okay,
not
okay,
yet
okay.
okay.
Okay,
So,
we will listen from you. You'll be all right. Your voice will work out. It's fertile brains. You will definitely have a wonderful. So we would love to listen what you're going to present today, ma'am.
okay,
Please come up with your. Thank you.
I
Yeah.
brought two poems. My first one is, oh, but I might only do one. Silent Sky. Silent sky looking down on me lately. Looking up at you, I'm somewhat feeling more uneasy. Tell me, what do you think, feel, see? You know humanity's and Earth's past? Can you tell our planet's future? Can climate change ever be halted? Will all Arctic ice soon be melted? Will scenes in science fiction, comics, movies all become reality? Will the lives of all humans be forever controlled by digital technology? Silent sky, have pity on them. Have pity on me. Thanks. I'll only do one poem because my voice is not so good. So,
Oh. No, no, you can have, ma'am. We are enjoying it. Wonderful poem on silence. You can continue, please. Yeah, you can.
okay,
You can. No worry, no worries. Yes, please.
no,
Yeah,
but it's
we are
my
there
second.
to hear you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. My second poem is called Chosen. It's about a woman suffering from albinism who, that's when the pigment is totally white, regardless of your skin color, you know. And she has been ignored and mocked by people, and then she finally found love. I was once ignored, laughed at, mocked, sneered at for looking different. All because of my albinism skin pigment. I retained my dignity, refusing to let their hatred invite me to respond angrily. I ignored them the way they ignored me. Then, in a crowded place, someone called my name excitedly. A voice from the past of my childhood. Who else could have been so lovingly seeking me out to speak to me? I turned, smiling, searching for a face I once knew. Coming towards me, my eyes beheld you. That man's face was the boy of my orphanage. My eyes happily lit up like sunshine. He spontaneously said, "You are now mine. I have finally been chosen for who I am." Caleb saw my inner beauty, reassured me I was indeed beautiful, inward, outward. Now, for the rest of our lives, with love in our hearts, God in our lives, we have together chosen to move forward. End of poem.
Wonderful. What a positive attitude you have shown and presented in your poem. There's someone is there for you and always be positive. Like you were moving out with my thought is not working. No, no worries. It works out. When your faith is there with you, you can. And that girl found the partner and that life moves on. Thank you so much for your lovely piece. Give her a big hand of applause, friends. She was Jennifer Gomez from Germany with her lovely two pieces and poem finally. Keep
But
writing and sharing, ma'am, and keep coming. No worries. Your thought will be all right. Okay. Our blessings are
thank
with
you
you
very much.
always. Be cheerful.
Thank you.
Now I'd like
Thank
to call
you.
upon our next
Thank you so
guest
much
today.
for the lovely poems, Jennifer. Particularly on albinism, yes, yeah, they may feel kind of segregated or ignored, but finally you have brought in the beautiful closure to the poem. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm glad
That's
you liked it.
that's only the
Yes.
positivity comes. Yeah, everything comes in the proper. Yes. Now I'd like to call upon our next guest poetess, Heera Nawaz for Bengaluru. We would love to listen from her. Welcome, ma'am. She comes very rarely. Ma'am, we were missing you. Please welcome, ma'am. Others, please mute your mic. Yeah. Welcome, Heera ma'am. How are you doing?
Yes,
Fine?
I'm doing well.
Nice
Thank
to
you
see
so
you.
much, Saraswati ma'am. Yeah.
Welcome. Nice to see you after a long time.
Am I audible? Am I
Yeah,
audible?
yeah.
Okay. First of
Can
all,
you
good
can you
evening,
keep,
everybody. Good evening,
yeah, can you
everybody.
keep your can you keep your camera a little bit yes, so we can see you. Thoda sa
Okay.
niche. Yeah.
Okay.
Please, can.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Miss Heera Nawaz, and I come from the beautiful city of Bengaluru in South India. Now, the poem I chose is called Jesus the Savior, because I believed from a very young age, 48 years ago, that Jesus was my first love and my savior. He saved my life 48 years ago, and he has saved my life so many times since then. And every time I was rock bottom and I felt low, I used to pray to Jesus, and I always got out of the situation. And once during COVID, I met with an incident where I almost lost my life, but I prayed to Jesus and I was able to bounce back, and I'm alive today because of him. So, this is actually a poem in gratitude, and it's called Jesus the Savior. In the history of mankind, Jesus Christ is designated and universally called the Great. For he is the ruler of all hearts, and he is instrumental in determining our fate. Jesus had no doctoral degrees, yet he is followed by Christians worldwide singing holy hymns. He was cruelly betrayed, hung on a cross. Sharp nails were dug into his hands and limbs. Jesus was no president or prime minister, yet in this world, he is called the omniscient king, a spotlessly beautiful soul. Even to this day, Christians spend Sundays in church worshipping. He committed no crime, but was a symbol, the icon of forgiveness and love, a perfect embodiment of a sacred ideal life agreed upon by a great God above. He was betrayed for 30 pieces of silver, crucified, buried in a tomb. Yet, surprise, he lives today. He rules people's hearts and souls as he urges them to seek God and pray. His unhypocritical kingdom is not of this world. He dwells in the hearts that believe. Jesus forgives our sins if we earnestly repent and atone, and then our guilt he relieves. Jesus' life is a paradox. He offers no wealth, yet we consider him the treasure of our lives. His Psalms and Proverbs in the Bible, on the wheels of which Christianity drives. When we blatantly lie or sin, we just cannot look into those intense, magnetic eyes. Can you imagine that a man born 2000 years ago helped our dreams to materialize? In his alignment, we realize that we are not weak, but powerfully strong. Jesus was triumphant and suffused with victory. He was always right, not wrong. We are rendered by his blood, we are rendered pure by his blood. Though he was hung on a cross, he had not committed any sin. Mankind was metamorphosed by his leadership as we look silently to him. The story of Jesus' redemption is now a part of history, yet his resurrection remains forever a mystery. Thank you.
Wow, wonderful. Speechless, speechless, totally. Without God, we are nothing. Yes. the survival we can't think about without God. That's so
Absolutely.
true, ma'am. Wonderful, wonderful. Give her a big hand of applause, friends, for her lovely poem. This was a Heera Nawaz from Bengaluru. And
Yeah,
we send
ma'am.
you the blessings, and Jesus is always with you, and He's helping you
And
and
I've
others.
got,
And
yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. I've got one more poem, very short one.
yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Welcome.
Okay. God helps those with faith. Faith is very raw, vulnerable, and real. It's a quiet balm that soothes your heart. Faith enables you to give your best and finish the activities you start. Faith is when you have the foolproof conviction to trust God in the stormy rain. Faith is when God uplifts you from the anguish of seething pain. Faith is a assuaging quality to trust God instinctively, even in the dark. It's a magical elixir for faith keeps one hopeful, even when things are hopefully stark. Faith accrues when you surrender to God, for God is omniscient, impartial, and He cannot lie. Faith is when you know God will stand by you when you start to cry. If you sincere, sterling faith in God, you just know that He will eclipse your every fear. You know God is on your side and He wipes away your every tear. Faith is truth. By default, when you discern God is soothing your every pain. Faith is when you rise from the ashes of despair like a beautiful phoenix again and again. A person with true faith knows when they are at crossroads which way to turn. And it's when you know God will heal your every injury and burn. Faith recorded in the Bible is enough, even if it's the size of a mustard seed. You know you have authentic faith when you believe that because of your sin, Jesus did bleed. Faith is when you believe you can even climb a treacherous mountain at night. Faith is when your first vain dream is suddenly flooded with pure light. To conclude this poem, on who was the person with most faith when it started to rain? It was the innocent boy with an umbrella. His prayers were not in vain. Faith is when the blind has luminous sight. Faith is when your wrong is rewired to right. Thank you so much. God bless you all. I love the way the previous poets and poetesses have been reciting their poems. I especially like Jennifer's poem. It was very nice. It showed about true love, and I'm so happy she has found love. And of course, the other right lantern also, and I think Dr. Deena was his poem is also very good. And I'm so happy to belong to this group. I hope I can continue contributing and reciting my poems. Thank you so much.
Yes, so heart touching, ma'am. So heart touching. Thank you so much for sharing your wonderful pieces on faith and God. Yes, God is always there with you and everyone. He stands whenever you feel low. You feel Him beneath you, beside you. Thank you so much for sharing. Give her a big hand of applause, friends. Sending you the blessings and wishes from entire world, ma'am. I'd like to
Yes.
call upon Dr. Rakesh Chandra ji.
Let me just say one
Dr.
word to Heera, please.
Yeah,
Let
yeah,
me
sure.
just say, yeah. Hello, Heera. Thank you so much. And good to see you here.
Yes,
And
yes.
you're wonderful. Your poem is like a prayer.
Yes.
It's wonderful. Your lines and the way you rendered with so much of, emotion. It's wonderful. Thank you so much. And good to see you here. I would
Yes,
like to see you.
I'm so happy to see you. I remember we met at Urban Solace and
Absolutely.
I introduced
And
you as a yes.
yeah,
So nice.
of course.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Heera. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Welcome, Dr. Rakesh Chandra ji, for stage is yours, sir. Dr. Rakesh Chandra, sir. Yes, unmute yourself, sir.
The title of my poem is A Journey Not Completed Yet. While journeying on a hilly track, I am enthralled by nature's breathtaking beauty. There are mountain ranges standing tall, hiding in their bosom past histories mostly untold. Many of them are barren, though they too were wearing a green shawl not so long ago. Then there are coniferous trees standing randomly against many broad leaves ones with enlarged canopies. They seem to be teachers on the way. They seem to be teachers on the way to teach us lessons of patience and perseverance. Hundreds of miles below, a hilly river is flowing lazily and steadily. The transparent and limpid water is the repository of bright sun and moonshine in the day and night. Its mellifluous reverberations weave an atmosphere of undying positivity. Often I think that this journey should never end. This calm and composed house of contentment is calling me to enjoy this heavenly solitude undisturbed. But halfway through, how can I forget the goal of my life? But halfway through, how can I forget the goal of my life? This world of ours is signaling me to take up the gauntlet and fight like a warrior in the battlefield of life. I have to cover the remaining distance. I have to cover the remaining distance in a short time. Nothing can ensnare me in any illusion. I am duty bound towards my fellow human beings. I have miles to go before I bid adieu finally to this beautiful world. Thank you very much.
So wonderful, so wonderful. Give him a big hand of applause, friends. This was Dr. Rakesh Chandra, sir. Where are you from, sir? Where do you belong to? Because I did not mention this.
I'm from Lucknow, UP, Uttar Pradesh,
Lucknow. Okay,
India.
नवाबों के शहर से हैं आप. So please, thank you so much, sir. Give him a big hand of applause, Dr. Rakesh Chandra ji, for his lovely poem. And definitely, we pray for everyone is, sharing their poem of love and peace and humanity. That's the wonderful, message for the world. Hope everyone listens and there's peace spreads all around. And now I like to call upon our next guest waiting for us here today. If we want to listen them. Yes, now I like to call upon Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik from Orissa with her lovely information. What is the day today, ma'am? We want to know. Welcome, ma'am. Good evening.
Thank you, Madam Saraswati, for this golden opportunity. Good morning, afternoon, everyone. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome the esteemed poets to this special event. Friends, I would like to present the reaction of the poets regarding the present situation, the war. Poets view war as a curse, a holocaust that destroys civilization, kills innocent people, turns land into debris. War is horror, especially in the context of modern weapons and violence. Modern poetic reactions target those in power who promote war, asking when they will stop the destruction. Poets find a note of resilience urging for a return to harmony and tolerance. On this context, let me present the poem. Title is Poesy for Peace. Title is Poesy for Peace. The poem runs like this. War is moving into places, staining and tainting the flowers bloom in poet's heart. War is moving into places, staining and tainting the flowers bloom in poets' heart. Drags poets to interminable corner where they are not themselves, they are without them, nothing they launch. Drags poets to interminable corner where they are not themselves, they are without them, nothing they launch. No justice in war, only violence. Getting stronger, echoes of heart-rending cries with silent ooze among the poets. No justice in war, only violence. Getting stronger, echoes of heart-rending cries with silent ooze among the poets, with days and minutes of grief in and about, versifiers only dream of catching bees and butterflies. With days and minutes of grief in and about, versifiers only dream of catching bees and butterflies. Oh, this bloody war! Aging poets weep, their creative spark is disappearing, leading to frustration and emotional release. Oh, this bloody war! Aging poets weep, their creative spark is disappearing, leading to frustration and emotional release. Aging poets feel emotional burden, witnessing decline, losing loved ones, realizing swift passages of occurrences. Aging poets feel emotional burden, witnessing decline, losing loved ones, realizing swift passages of occurrences. Poets write the goal of peace in poetry, restore serenity, allow perennial peace to flow like river. Poets write the goal of peace in poetry, restore serenity, allow perennial peace to flow like river, make poetic calls to action. Love is their anthem. They kindle compassion, surrender intense anger, fury, rage, and hot temper. Make poetic calls to action. Love is their anthem. They kindle compassion, surrender intense anger, fury, rage, and hot temper. Now poem is ended. Thanks, poets. Thank you.
So wonderful, so wonderful. Give her a big hand of applause, friends. This was Dr. Gangalakshmi Patnaik. She presented so well what the poets wanted, and yes, definitely, ma'am. Everyone want love and peace at last, and your poem was a lovely message. Anybody wants to say something? Lenton, sir, would you like to say something?
Well, you've covered it in 2 or 3 lines. I mean, she seems to be extolling the virtues of poets and the way they help towards elevating the consciousness of humanity. And she mentions love, she mentions the peace, but then she also talks about what she calls perennial peace. So there's a difference between what the absence of war and this perennial peace which she's talking about. And that's very significant.
Yeah. Yeah, give him a big hand of applauses and Dr. Ganga Lakshmi also. Thank you so much, both of you, for coming and sharing your review, sir, Lenton, sir, and Dr. Ganga Lakshmi Patnaik from Orissa with her lovely piece. Now I'd like to call upon our next guest for today is present here. I'll call upon, yes, Dr. Roopali Sircar, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. Good evening. How are you? Dr. Roopali Sircar, Gaur, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Saraswati, and thank you
Welcome, ma'am.
to see everybody. Gives a sense of hope, so much of faith from Heera to know that there is a divine force somewhere behind us and above us, beyond us, something that keeps us going. I had read yesterday on your portal about spring. This is another one on spring. This is a spring promised. A spring promised last year when summer filled the air with fragrant mangoes, a happy bright green parrot hid among its dark green leaves and knocked down a juicy retold mango with its hard red beak. A quick squirrel skipped to suck the pulpy juice, cracked fruit, its bushy tail swinging with excitement and joy. The heady perfumed ratoon mango seduces birds of all feathers, heralding the expected rumbling clouds. Quietly, the hard seed lay in the soft, wet ground among noisy worms, resting its head in Mother Earth's lap. As the months went by, the undisturbed seeds sprouted, slowly letting dark green leaves shyly spread themselves. A tree was growing tall and fast. Today, soft red tender leaves showed spring its way. Old was giving way to new as the promise of mango flowers waited for me for another fragrant spring. So there's always hope that things will improve. And I just wanted to read another short poem, if you allow me, Saraswati.
For
You know,
sure. All
so
is yours. Yes,
this is
ma'am. Please carry on, ma'am.
I remember the many springs. I remember the many springs which came and went soft like the green grass on which lovers once lay. Its bounty of golden marigold shining in the warm sun, the shade of the peepal tree extending itself umbrella like, the white clover like ashwagandha, the perfumed motia, the harshingar, the star like parijat, the red jabakusum, the flaming polash, and the crimson varanche spilling down the mountains. Now I'm done waiting for spring. Gnarled and leafless, I turn skywards. The sap of spring is still inside me, coursing through the labyrinthian, leafless lanes that give me my autumnal shape. I'm not waiting for the monsoon. I trapped the pouring rain in my veins a long time ago. Now, when I wrote this poem, I was writing, there's a change in the flora and the fauna in this country. And the last time I read a poem, I remember Lanton said that it was so much, like somewhere in England, shepherds and daisies. So if you notice, I actually used very indigenous plants and flowers in this poem, specifically remembering that our flora and fauna is changing because we are bringing all kinds of plants from outside the country and planting them here. So the indigenous plants are going away. So this is also, I learn a lot. I learn when I come on this. And Lanchan, I remember you telling me that the last once when I read a poem on spring, that the scenario was very Western, and that is true. When we write about spring in India, we put a lot of Western, imagery. One, because we have read literature a lot. The other is truly of, we have tulips growing in Delhi. And tulips never grew here. We have miles and miles of tulips growing. So thank you
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much. So this is a poem about dedicated to the flora and fauna of this country and to hope, Heera, the hope that Christ gave us, the hope that, he has sacrificed himself so that we should live. Thank you.
So wonderful. So
What a
wonderful
beautiful
piece.
poem. I mean, Dr. Roopali is such a, I mean, you've been writing, excuse me, you've been writing such beautiful poems lately. I mean, that one was soft, it was tender, it was charming. You brought in spring, which basically is rebirth and resurgence, renewal. And you talk about the juicy mango, which took me to my village in the Caribbean. And so there's a lot of sweetness in your face, in your poem, in
Yeah,
your heart.
yeah.
I can just see the way you seem to be in a state of happiness just doing that poem. And that touched me very, very deeply. And by the way, in the UK today is Mothering Sunday. America is May, I know that, and India might be like America, but happy Mothering Sunday to everyone.
Very nice. Very nice. Very wonderful, ma'am. Wonderful, really. Prajita के बारे में आपने बात किया. It was so wonderful listening about all the flowers, daisy, merry-go-round, and it touched my heart too. I love the spring very much, and the poems they were really heart-touching, ma'am. So sweetly you have presented, and thank you so much for coming and sharing your lovely pieces. You yourself is like a spring, blossoms are like you're blooming like a blossoms always. Keep shining and blooming. Thank you so much. Give her a big hand of applause, friends. And
I like the
spring is
way
always spring. Yeah.
I like
In
the way
spring,
she appreciates. Sorry.
yeah.
Oh, it's good because it's significant because I like the way she appreciated heroes because Hera is talking about the beauty of life, of course, which is not possible without the divine. And she brought in
Yeah.
a mentor savior, Jesus the Christ, to express that kind of feelings, and I appreciated that.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Give them a big hand of applause. In spring, every leaf is said that every leaf becomes a flower in spring. So that's why it's in the beauty and in the youth. The whole nature turns in the youth, and that your presentation was in your words, your gestures, and everything. You were presenting it so lively. Thank you so much. Give her a big hand of applause, friends. This was Dr. Roopali Sircar. Always fantastic, wonderful presentation, ma'am. Keep writing and shining. Our
Right.
best wishes are with you, ma'am. Thank you. I'd like to call upon our another guest today, Maria, ma'am, from Brazil. Maria, ma'am, how are you doing? Welcome, ma'am.
Hi, Saraswati. Well, it's a great pleasure to be with you all.
Good morning.
Good morning, good
Good
afternoon,
morning.
good evening to all of you. I wish you all the best. And the poems I listened until now are very beautiful, and especially the presentation of Heera Nawaz about Jesus that came to earth sent by his father God to save our souls, and we didn't know to receive it, and we crucified him. But I think now we need Jesus watching over us much more because the world is upside down, and we need uh, the Almighty Lord to save us from bad things. Well, my poem for today is about love, and it runs like this. The title is Love Walks. Love walks. You are mine, and I am yours. A seed, now a flower. Love bloomed in a sweet fragrance. We didn't look for it, happened to be true. In the same pathway of sunbeams that appear at dawn, rising, shining, ardent. Passion we felt first, to turn into love. Shining, twinkling, a king star, day after day on fire, softly burning on heart. Lovers we are, mollycoddle one another, lots of careless, mellifluous words. Now I think about downfall. Time runs fast. Let me but tell you, the sun rises and sets before shining in another spot. We will follow together, and always a new journey waits for us. Well, I have another one that I would like to recite, if you don't mind, and it goes like this. No war, no fights. What man does along his lifetime? Glad we are, and lots of smiles. Sad we are, misdeeds deeply hurt. No war, no fights, please. We live in a beautiful planet, given to us by the Almighty Lord. The Creator wishes peaceful days within human heart. No war, no fights, please. Children should not cry. Parents should not cry. Human beings should not cry. No war, no fights, please. The world is upside down. Crisis all around the world. Lack of food and fuel. No war, no fights, please. Men, think better before any combat. Families are in danger. All are going to die. No war, no fights, please. Well, this was my presentation. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you, Saraswati Bozal, and everyone. Well, Saraswati Bozal, where are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. Give her a big hand of applause, friends. Yes, the net is troubling on my side. That's why light was troubling. Thank you so much. Give her a big hand of applause, friends. Maria, ma'am, with her lovely poem and always with a wonderful presentation. Now, anybody wants to say something? Yeah. Okay, now I'd like to call upon our next guest. Give her a big hand of applause, friend. Ma'am, keep writing and shining and keep visiting us on this platform. And I'd like to call upon Ambika Ananth, ma'am. Ambika Ananth, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. She is from. Yes, ma'am. Please tell us about from where you belong to, ma'am. Ambika, ma'am, stage is yours.
Yeah. Hello, Saraswati ji and Roopali
Welcome.
ma'am and all other poets. I am from Bangalore, India, and I am a bilingual writer, poet, and a journalist, independent journalist.
Okay, okay.
So,
Welcome, ma'am.
yeah. So this is the poem I have written on my mother, but this I would like to dedicate it to Prasanna Kumar ji's mother, who passed recently. This is in her memory. I am dedicating it to her. The title is Yearning. I hear in my heart the primal music of your pulse. I hear in my heart the primal music of your pulse, the lullaby I heard in the warm liquid cradle of your womb, the lullaby I heard in the warm liquid cradle of your womb. I feel your taproot running and warming my veins. I feel your taproot running and warming my veins. The soft clay you anointed with life is hardened now. The soft clay you anointed with life is hardened now, yet brittle. I wait for you to soften me again. I wait for you to soften me again, but in vain. The waiting continues for the celestial cycle, the dance of life to begin again. The waiting continues for the celestial cycle, the dance of life to begin again. For me, from you. For me, from you. In a different time, I wait in silence. Is there a meeting point? I wait in silence. Is there a meeting point? Shining far away are two purple stars. Shining far away are two purple stars. I see your longing, moist eyes. I see your longing, moist eyes. This is my poem for my mother. So, if I can continue, shall I read a small, another short poem?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Carry on.
Yeah. It's titled When. So this actually is for the war-ridden countries. Though I had written it during the pandemic time, it applies even now. So when is the title? When will the world see just an ordinary day again? When will the world see just an ordinary day again? When sleeping breasts with beating hearts wake up to an ordinary day. When sleeping breasts with beating hearts wake up to an ordinary day, without any pain or anguish, of memories of those folded hands, pleading eyes, stony lips and frozen limbs, of those dying in isolation, in war, in violence. Voiceless cries all around, voiceless cries all around, tears flowing in the dense silence, tears flowing in the dense silence. The sky looks deep crimson, the sky looks deep crimson, as though the nourishing sun is barking cruelly, as though the nourishing sun is barking cruelly. The word of fear in the breathing, a rising storm of suffocation in the lungs, gasping for cool wafts of soothing air, of peace and love, gasping for cool wafts of soothing air, of love and peace. Thank you all.
So wonderful, ma'am. Grasping for love and peace. Everyone love the peace, and peace. Without peace, we can't survive. Thank you so much, ma'am. Ambika Ananth, ma'am, for your lovely
Thank you,
piece.
sir.
Give her a big hand of applause, friends,
Thank you.
for her lovely
Thank you.
poem tribute to the mother. And another one wonderful, ma'am. Keep writing and shining,
Thank
and
you.
keep coming to the show again next weekend. So now I'd like to call upon our next guest present here today. Is Shyamaprasad Patnaik, sir, from Orissa. Welcome, sir. Good evening, sir.
Thank you, Saraswati ma'am. And good evening, good morning, dear honorable friends, poets. My sincere gratitude to Honorable Poet Kumar Prasanna sir and host poet Saraswati Poswalji. Friends, the ongoing war has severely affected the whole world. We as peace lovers, the poetic fraternity, express our serious concerns. The oil and LPG demand has grown up due to limited supply owing to war between Iran and US. The war has resulted in economic recession and there is steep rise in prices of essential commodities and services. In this critical juncture, I am going to recite one of my poems on war and peace. The title of my poem is Stop War, Restore Peace. The title is Stop War, Restore Peace. It's an appeal. So here it goes. Listen to our fervent appeal, O inhuman warmongers. Immediately, some battle. Wake up, arise as rational beings. Adieu war, welcome friendship with peace. Desist from imperialistic attitude of grabbing and annexing borders to establish supremacy. Animal instincts prompt us to exhibit might and fight relentlessly for devastation. Pros and cons of modern warfare, quite harmful, evoke multidimensional negativity. War results in widespread devastation. Its worst effects sensed everywhere around cosmos. Inflation due to shortage of petroleum, gasoline, and necessities slacken economic productivity. Innocent civilians perish, schools closed, children pushed to streets begging people's mercy. Miseries proliferate, family distressed, injured and dying soldiers' anguish resonate through winds. Missiles, rockets, drones, torpedoes demolish ships, aircraft carriers, and skyscrapers in trice. Monstrous, cupid, ghastly war create havoc, whereas peace and harmony manifest divinity. Instantly seize massacre, genocide, bloodbaths, restore peace with the divine love and grace. Stop acts of cruelty, violence, spread kindness, empathy towards humanity. Russia, Ukraine, war still continues. Middle East Asian battle occurred in succession. Possible world war can't overrule. Poet pulse raise reverberating voice against hostilities. It's our turn. Spill ink, burn midnight's oil to stop devastating battle. And that is the end of my poem. Thanks for watching and listening. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Give him a big hand of applause, friends, for his lovely piece. This was Dr. Shyamaprasad Patnaik from Orissa with his lovely poem. Thank you so much, sir, for coming and sharing your pieces. Everybody wants love and peace around the world today, and desperately we love. And now I'd like to call upon our next guest for today is Dr. Anita Sharma. Dr. Anita Sharma, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am.
Good
We would love to
evening.
know where
So
do you belong to, please. Do tell us
I'm
about
from
from
I'm
the
from Shimla. It's very cold
Okay,
today
welcome, ma'am.
because it's
Yeah,
it's
it's raining.
almost
Yeah,
raining. Yeah, it's raining outside
yeah,
today.
here.
It's quite cold. So
Yeah, it's
thank you,
cold here.
Saraswati ma'am.
Yeah, welcome.
Good evening. Namaste to one and all present here. It's lovely, to be here every Sunday because I think our Sundays are really make wonderful by the platform of the fertile brain, which has been, really gifted to us by great Prasannaji. Thank you, Prasannaji, for this, great platform. So today, I think I could have talked about spring, as ma'am was also, talking about, because that is my favorite, season. But due to the uneasiness in the air in Shimla and the uneasiness in the media due to the war, that had compelled me to write something on war. So I am going to present two poems. One is in English and another one is in Hindi. The first poem is on war, and the second poem, I have tried to see something what actually the Epstein files are being discussed all around us. So my first poem is on the war, and the title of my poem is Children of War. Somewhere the innocence is lost. Under a smoky sky and fatal bombs dropping down to kill all and sundry in a war zone created by these zealots. Children of war, torn apart with the trauma of separation, hunger, pain, and egoist drama. Instead of smiling at the beauties of nature, they gaze each other in gloom of future. They are suddenly being called orphans after a loud third hit and fires their homes. Parents lost, while books and bags half burnt, thrown apart, as if mocking the literate tyrants. Their little hearts and hands shiver in fear, who once used to color the life in cheer, punished for no fault. Innocent tears plead for hope, love, life unknown to the world. Thank you. And my another poem is on the Epstein files, and this is in Hindi, and it's in the questioning form, in the query form, and the title is File. ये कैसी फाइल है जहां उजाले में है गहन अंधेरा? ये कैसे लोग हैं जो पैसे से बन रहे हैं पिशाच? ये कैसे द्वीप हैं जहां करती है वास केवल क्रूरता? ये कैसा महल है जहां दीवारें गूंजती हो चित्कारों से? ये कैसा सम्मेलन है जहां बन जाए सब हैवान? ये कैसा शासक है जो करे सबका जीवन बर्बाद? ये कैसा मनोरंजन है जहां सने हो खून से सबके जालिम हाथ? ये कैसी प्रवृत्ति है जहां मानव हो राक्षस से बदतर? ये कैसी चित्कार है जो प्राण छोड़कर भी रूह कंपा दे? ये कैसा कुकृत्य है जहां दानव भोग करे अपने ही अंश का? ये कैसा राज है जो कर दे मानवता को शर्मसार? ओम शांति, ओम शांति, शांति, शांति. Thank you.
So wonderful. So wonderful, ma'am. Dr. Anita, ma'am. It was wonderful, super, fantastic, I should say. Both the poems spreading so much love and, affection Very nice, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing your lovely piece. Give her a big hand of applause, friends, for Dr. Anita
Thank
Sharma
you. Thank you so much.
from Shimla. She's spreading the cold wave here also. Thank you, ma'am. Take care. Yeah, lovely, lovely poem, and take care of yourself. Blessings to you. I'd like to call upon our next
Thank you.
guest today. Present here is, yeah, Mausumi Halder from Haridwar. Mausumi, welcome. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. Greetings to everyone.
Good evening.
Okay. Greetings to everyone. My special thanks to the fertile brains and Kumar Prasanna sir and Saraswati Poswal ma'am for giving me this opportunity here for recitation. Today I'm going to recite two poems. One is about, the first one is about the poet is doing introspection about her life and has used a metaphor of sandalwood stick to express her genuine feelings for the same, and she perceives that life must go on and the rubbing of the sandalwood too. And second poem is about love, about the healing and calming effects of love. So, the title of my first poem is Rubbing the Sandalwood of Life. Daily, I'm rubbing the sandalwood of life. Daily, I'm rubbing the sandalwood of life to get a fine paste for my deity. The fragrant paste emitting fragrance, soothing for me and my deity. Don't know, as if for eons I have been doing this. Don't know, as if for eons I have been doing this. Yet some loopholes I can see. Yet some loopholes I can see. Not one or two, but many in life. Not one or two, but many in life. Perceiving this as that we are merely human beings. Perceiving this as that we are merely human beings, not perfect in our acts or gestures or in our forms, not perfect in our acts or gestures or in our forms. Pardon me, God, an imperfect human being I am, but with a sane and loving heart. Those feather pillows upon which I slept all these years were in fact hard rocks. My entire being is wounded, bruised, and hurt to the core. But I am a living entity. But I am a living entity and still believe in rubbing the sandalwood of life. Oh Lord, please gently treat my sores. Oh Lord, please gently treat my sores. Thank you. And the second poem is about love's calming and healing effects. The title of my poem is Our Love is Like a Blue Lagoon. Whenever I see you, it strikes my mind often. No strings attached, yet I feel elated and wholesome in your company. Though we are miles apart, between us there are forests, rivers, and oceans, and the mountain peaks. Then why do I feel sometimes our love's footprints want to embark on their journey upon the Mount Everest? Our love's invisible strings sometimes does seem like a blue lagoon, as it has calming and healing effects. Sometimes our love's invisible strings does seem like a blue lagoon, and as it has calming and healing effects. Thanks. This is the end of my rendition. Thanks, everyone.
Wonderful, wonderful. Friends, please give her a big hand of applause. This was Mausumi Halder from Haridwar with her lovely pieces. Thank you so much for coming. Keep shining. Now I like to call upon Ronnie Tucker, sir. Ronnie Tucker, sir.
Thank
Welcome,
you, ma'am.
sir. Stage is yours, sir.
Thank you for letting me on here today. I been suffering through some heavy depression here lately, and I was gonna read one of my latest poems, but I decided not to because it's too sad. But I'm gonna read one that's a collaboration I recently did, and then if you want, I got another one, but it's a sad one. But this one's called Rain, Our Friend, and it's a collaboration with me and Jayashree Trao. And this is my part. It's called Rain, Rain, Wash Away Sorrow. Rain, rain, wash away my pain. I am feeling so emotional. The rain is falling outside. Oh, how it sounds hitting the roof. Loneliness, rain, rain. With my tears, I cry. My life is so depressing, but the rain brings me alive, thinking about all the hurt I feel inside. Rain, rain, wash away my tears. Watching the drops fall, I feel the drops are me, silently falling in my mind. Lightning flashes, lighting up my window. My reflections captures me silently still. Oh, rain, rain, down my darkness is real. Oh, rain, rain, wash, wash my soul clean. For another tomorrow is just another sorrow. Now, this is Devastator's part. Oh, rain, cool down my brain. Wash away all grudges, sentiments, and pain. Oh, rain, drench me fully to gain something anew, fresh, and beautiful. Oh, rain, call your breeze, your friend. Wrap me in your heavy shower. Scatter my pain into pieces. Help me to grab happiness. Oh, rain, come and take me into your vibes. My veins are numb and slow. My leaves are withered. Run into my body and push me forward. Call me as your friend. Pick me like a dead leaf as I am rotten. Purify me to become green. Thank you. Now, the second
Wonderful,
poem.
wonderful. Yeah, yes.
Rain is associated with solace. It's associated traditionally with comfort, with nurturing life. And here the poet is a bit like the German girl who uses the silent sky to deal with the challenges. Here the poet is using the rain to bringing that, to take away that darkness, to take away the turmoil of the soul. And he's asking for that kind of serenity which the rain offers. And I think it's an incredibly beautiful metaphor for a poem.
Thank you, Leonard. That's like when I write my stuff, I usually write lyrics without music, and I don't never have choruses in mind. But that's what my stuff is lyrics. And I'll leave the one I was going to read in the comments, but this other one, now it does have maybe a curse word in it, so please don't. If you want, I'll skip over the curse word. But I'm just a down person. What's sad about my life? My siblings, we all battled all our lives. My brothers and sisters, and when we lost our mom in 2020, I thought we could, patch our stuff up. Well, I live alone, and I got my niece, my brother's daughter, that's supposed to be my guardian. And You all are the most family I have is on Facebook poetry groups. And when I wrote these one sad poems this week, they got mad at me. And that's like I told them that I've got my family's on Facebook and poetry groups. I told my niece, "You're my guardian. You could call me every couple of days, maybe every 3, but I don't hear from maybe once a week, maybe a while." And my brother, it, we just don't talk much. And then I got a little brother, and he's messed up. I've done been through all my life. I quit in 2010 drinking, but I suffered through drugs and everything. And my little brother lost 2 of his kids in a fire years ago. Well, he fell in the pitfall of drugs, and I've tried to help that boy, by my experience, and tried to tell him that's the wrong place to be. But it's sad. I'm just going to go ahead and, instead of reading this other poem, leave it over to let somebody else go.
Please go ahead with your point, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll go ahead then read it, but I took up too much time. I thought it's called "Does Jesus Weep for Me?" Coldness I feel, so cold, naked beneath the comfort. Artificial tears, nothing to hold on. Scarred and scared, executing myself on and on. Does Jesus weep in heaven's keep? I am fallen and wasted. I have tasted madness to the core. Whispers in the dark, withering away. Loneliness is my day. Fears ticking time slowly passes as I stand in mortality. I don't need your fucking pity. My heart bleeds for nothing more. Behind a dreary door, I stare at my reflection in the mirror and I see nothing there. I am falling in my darkness. I am a fucking fool to believe I had something, but it has gone like a rainy day. It still hurts, I cannot deny. I ask myself, why? What was wrong? Now you are gone. I am so alone in my mind, no one's at home. I hurt for you, but you are not there. Did you ever care? Does Jesus weep in heaven's keep? My shining star has fallen, and my beautiful angel is but an echo in the wind. Naked and alone without her, I can't articulate my soul, hidden away with my ghosts here to stay. It's too late. It's too late for me. Pity is me who believed in love. I surrender myself. I execute myself at dawn. The pain I feel will be gone with my angel lost. I pay the cost. My God, I am at a loss. I feel tossed like debris wasting away. Nothing left for me today. I can't carry on. My dusk has dawned. Without you in my life, I am gone. So naked and alone, my heart bleeds. Thank you.
So wonderful. Give him a big hand of applause, friends. This was Ronnie Tucker with his lovely poem. So say, keep, this enthusiastic spirit with you and keep writing and shining, sir. Happy to see you once again. You're a very wonderful poet
Saraswati,
and writer. Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
I want to say something to Ronnie. Ronnie, you're making a
Yeah,
huge
sure.
contribution to literature writing because what you write about is what most of us poets feel. There is that part of us that we don't write about, you're writing about it. So I think that is a contribution that you are expressing that many of us do not express, that we don't talk about, that we don't tell, but it's deep there in all of us. If we didn't feel strongly, we wouldn't be poets. If we didn't see the darkness, we wouldn't be writing about the light. And so I think that your what you have to. I mean, if this is your personally if you feel, I mean, this is an extra thing that I'm saying, that if you feel that, oh, people are not calling you up, look at all of us here listening to you. Forget those who call you, who don't call you. You call them. Call them and say hi. I do that.
Yeah, do that.
So,
Simply.
otherwise, when it comes to your poetry, I think it's terrific. It's wonderful poetry, very expressive, full of imagery, and you don't want us to copy it because you copyright it. So obviously you're very possessive about your poetry. You know it's good, and just keep writing, and saying the things that I don't say. You say it for me.
Like my family, I got to call them mainly. They don't call, and I got my niece, like I said, and I've tried to get through their head. I'm going to die, and nobody's going to find me for days. And that's what haunts me in my dreams. That, by the time they find me, it's sad. They'll have to, because they won't know us. I'm missing for a few days. I'll guarantee you.
So wonderful, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving your wonderful review. And Ronnie Tucker will definitely, follow it. And thank you, sir. Wonderful poem. Keep writing and shining. No worries. And yes, definitely we appreciate your presence and we'll read you. Keep knocking the doors. We love to listen from you. And we are very feeling honored to have you here. Thank you so much for coming. Don't take it to your heart. Stay blessed and be positive in every, Thank you so much for coming, sir. Blessings to you. Now I'd like to call upon our next guest today here present, Prabha Shastri ma'am. Prabha Shastri ma'am. Yes, we want to listen song from you. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Good evening,
Welcome, ma'am.
Saraswati. You forgot
Good
to
evening,
call
ma'am.
me. I waited from 1.5 hours. I can't see. No, I can't see.
Yes, ma'am. That's why immediately I saw you and I said I forgot to call her. I should have called you before. So senior citizen should be welcome before. Sorry for keep making you wait, ma'am. Sorry. Stage is yours, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am.
This song is in Telugu. That is about peace. That poem I donated to soldiers. Normally, in war, we count only died people, but normally we count soldiers. I am love to soldiers, so I written in Telugu. Shanti kavali. Shanti means peace. వీరుల భూమి భారతదేశం, వీరుల భూమి భారతదేశం, వీర నాయకులకు సలాం. చరిత్రను చాటే కోటలు, రాజులు కట్టించిన దేవాలయాలు, రక్తం చిందించే శరీర సంచులు. ధైర్యం సాహసం మన జీవితం స్వాతంత్రానికి. ధైర్యం సాహసం మన జీవిత స్వాతంత్రానికి కారణమైన పెద్దలను స్మరిద్దాం. ఎందుకో ఎందుకో మనసులో మరుగుతోంది రక్తం. ఎందుకో మనసులో మరుగుతోంది రక్తం. పగ ద్వేషానికి గురైన చిన్నారుల ప్రాణాలు. కన్నీటి నిలిచాయి కన్నీళ్లు. చాలు 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 మీ యుద్ధ భాగోతాలు. సత్యమేవ జయతే అనే మాట ఘోష మర్చిపోయారా? మర్చిపోయారా? మరోసారి వినండి. ముందుకు నడవండి, మానవులుగా జీవించండి. అన్ని ప్రక్కల భూగులెద్దిన నేల. స్వాతంత్రం కావాలి మానవ జీవికి. లేవండి, అరవండి, శాంతి శాంతి అని. వానకు ఎండకు భయపడకు వీర సైనికులారా. స్వార్థపరరన్న పరుగులు పెట్టించండి. స్వార్థపరరన్న పరుగులు పెట్టించండి. తరిమి తరిమి కొట్టండి. విరోధుల ప్రాణాలు గాలికి వదలండి. విరోధుల ప్రాణం గాలికి వదలండి, భారతావనికి వందే మాతరం చెప్పండి, భారతావనికి వందే మాతరం చెప్పండి, ఐక్యమత్యంతో ఒక్కటై నిలిచి యుద్ధము వద్దని చెబుదాం, యుద్ధం వద్దని చెబుదాం, స్వాగతం పలుకుదాం శాంతి కోసం, స్వాగతం పలుకుదాం శాంతి కోసం. This poem I donated to soldiers. Another poem is about love. One minute. అమ్మా అమ్మా నువ్వు అమ్మవి, నువ్వు అమ్మవి, నన్న జన్మ కారిణి, సహనశీలవతి, నా గమనం నువ్వు, నా గమనం నువ్వు, బంధం కోసం కుటుంబం కోసం పుట్టిన దివ్య దీప్తి నీవు, అందరికీ ప్రీతి పంచే అమ్మవు నీవు, అందరికీ ప్రీతిని పంచే అమ్మవు నువ్వు, శాంత అర్ధనారీశ్వర తత్వం నీది, పరిపూర్ణ స్త్రీ, నీ రుణం తీరలేదు, నీ రుణం తీరలేదు, తీర్చలేను. 100 వర్షాలు కావాలి, 100 ఏళ్ళు కావాలి, మరణంలైన శాంతి సుఖం నీకు దొరకాలి, మరణంలోనైనా నీకు శాంతి సుఖం దొరకాలి. చిన్న బంగారు మమతయ మూల భక్తి నువ్వు, చిన్న బంగారు మమతయ మూల శక్తి నువ్వు, అమ్మా వందనం, అమ్మా వందనం, శుభాభివందనం. These are my 2 poems finished. Saraswati. How is it?
Wonderful, Prabha Shastri ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful poem. Very heart touching on peace and love. Friends, give her a big hand of applauses. And we are feeling so honored to have you, ma'am. And sorry to keep you waiting. And sending our love and best wishes to you. Keep writing and shining. And you made the this atmosphere jovial at this time. Definitely, everyone was feeling so because Ronnie sir presented his. Sir, please don't be negative, be positive. Yes, so many friends are there with you. So always stay
Yes.
blessed and happy, and you find positivity in negativity only. Okay, you don't think that darkness is there, and if you'll find that darkness soak everything, the positive is also there in the darkness. So please always try to be positive in any of the time, any of the moment. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving
Thank
such
you.
a wonderful, precious poem to us and donating to the soldiers.
Can
Lovely, ma'am.
I say one word? Because
Yeah,
I am
sure,
also a
ma'am.
Telugu.
Thank
I followed her poetry very well.
Okay.
So I would like to say
Yeah.
one or two words to her. ప్రభా
Yeah, sure,
శాస్త్రి
ma'am.
గారు చాలా బాగా చెప్పారండి. తెలుగులో వినడానికి బాగుంది, మీరు చదివిన విధానం చాలా బాగుంది. ఎప్పుడు మేము చూస్తూనే ఉంటాను ఈ గ్రూప్ లో. చాలా బాగుంది, చాలా బాగుందండి. అందుకే థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ ఇది చెప్పినందుకు. అమ్మ మీద అది కూడా వందనము అని చెప్పారు అన్నిను, చాలా బాగుంది. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ అండి.
అన్నిటికంటే అక్కడ మన సైనికులు అమ్మ రైతు ఫార్మర్
బాగుంది. అవును అవును, బాగుంది.
ఉంటాను.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ అండి.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Now I'd like to call upon our next guest, waiting there, Mrinal Kanti Ghosh, sir, from Calcutta. Welcome, sir. Stage is yours, sir. No, not audible. Unmute yourself, sir. Unmute your mic, sir. Unmute the mic. Your mic is still muted. Still, sir, your mic is muted. Unmute it from that corner. That audio switch is there. Unmute it from there, sir. Still, it is muted. Yeah.
Can you hear me, please? Yes.
Yes, sir.
I am
Yes,
reading
sir.
my two little poems. My first poem is Snowy Hill. The silent winds under the busy and grassless mountains. Hills are dead but busy. White and cloudless sky is charming and glorious. Sanguine earth and joyless moon is here, crazy and naughty. I can realize the naughty snowy hill from the tearless eyes. My second poetry is Waveless Sea. The waveless sea, smooth, silent, and crazy. Blue and soundless ocean. The silent sea, alone and busy. The beautiful waves carrying the thousands of sailors' tears. Flowing silent sea is naughty and charming. Sweet and silent crazy sea is here naughty and bright, like the morning sun. Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So lovely, such a short and brisky, and you gave the lovely message, sir. Thank you so much
Thank you
for
so much.
coming and sharing your lovely poem, sir. This was Mrinal Kanti Ghosh from Calcutta. Give him a big hand of applause, friends. Thank you, sir. I'd like to call
Thank you so much.
upon our next guest present here today is Nitumitsa Sekia. Nitumitsa Sekia. Welcome, dear. Stage is yours.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. My name is Nitu Smita.
Okay, sorry. Nitu Smita. Okay, Nitu Smita.
Smiling.
Sorry.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank
Nitu
you.
Smita. Welcome,
Thank you
ma'am.
for Prasanna sir for thanks कहूँगी but it brings me मुझे add करने के लिए and giving me chance to be here in this program. And of course, bad luck. I couldn't continue last two sessions. Anyway, I'm going to recite one poem, and the poem title is "In the Ocean of Human." Questions in Exile. I hope I'm audible proper.
Ma'am, yes, you're audible.
So the title is "In the Ocean of Human." Questions in exile. In their inhale, emotion got caught in the play of wind, condensing into floating galaxies of thoughts, often crowded with my own doubts about the people around the people, as if I find them walking in speed or myself in senility. Driving through the blizzards of life, who they worship, do they know? Driving through the blizzards of life, who they worship, do they know? Kind of madness in that sickness or slickness bedazzle the mind. When try to find what we seek out of the days hardly in hand on this earth. Not dividends, not diffidence, but utterly scarce. The non-synthetic one amidst this voluminous chaos, as if all have maneuvered into this necessity, as if all have maneuvered into this necessity, casing the quest behind the bars of sad eyes. Casing the quest behind the bars of sad eyes, beyond understanding the depth of this silence. Often puzzled, when did I When did I begin to peek, but to see nothing into that void in the ocean? Thank you.
So wonderful. So wonderful. Please give her a big hand of applause, friends. This was Nitusmita Sekia. Welcome, ma'am. You're from? I could not mention you.
I'm from Assam originally, but now
Assam. Yeah.
for service purpose, I'm staying in Maharashtra, Pune.
Okay. Welcome, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your pieces. Wonderful. Give her a big hand of applause, friends, for her lovely poem. Now I'd like to call upon our next guest, Sabita Sahu, ma'am. Sabita Sahu. Welcome, ma'am. Sabita Sahu ji, welcome.
Namaste to
Namaskar.
everyone. And nice to see you
Namaskar.
all, Saraswati ma'am, to see your beautiful smile. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
And,
Thank you, ma'am.
first of
Thank
all,
you.
my deepest condolences to Prasanna sir. And I have today two poems, one in Odia, my mother tongue, first one, and second one in English. The first one which I'm going to recite is about the present situation, present world. ମୋର କବିତାର ଶୀର୍ଷକ ହେଲା ଅଶାନ୍ତ ପୃଥିବୀ। ଆଜିର ପୃଥିବୀ ପ୍ରକୃତିର ସବୁ ଛନ୍ଦ, ସବୁ ମାୟା ବିଳାସକୁ ବିଛନ୍ଦ ବେସୁରା କରିଦେଇଛି। ଏଇ ମଣିଷଟା ଏଇ ଛନ୍ଦ ସୃଷ୍ଟି କରା ଜୀବଟା ପ୍ରକୃତିକୁ ବିଛନ୍ଦ, ବିକୃତ ଓ ରକ୍ତାକ୍ତ କରେ ଆଉ ଭାବେ ଯେ ସେ ଭଗବାନ, ସେ ଈଶ୍ୱର, ବିଶ୍ୱ ପ୍ରକୃତି ଉପରେ ତାର ଅଧିକାର। ଏତେ ଅଧିକାର ନେଇ ଯଦି ମଣିଷ ଆସେ, ସେ ତାର ସ୍ୱତନ୍ତ୍ର ପୃଥିବୀ ନ ଗଢି କାହିଁକି ଭାଙ୍ଗି ଦିଏ ଈଶ୍ୱରଙ୍କ ପୃଥିବୀ? ଏହାର ଉତ୍ତର ଅନାବଶ୍ୟକ। କାରଣ ଆମେ ମରଣଶୀଳ ହେଲେ ବି ନିଜକୁ ଅମର ଭାବୁ, ମର୍ତ୍ତ୍ୟକୁ ଅମରାବତୀ କରୁ ଢଙ୍ଗ ବେଢଙ୍ଗରେ। ମଣିଷ ଯଦି ଈଶ୍ୱର, ତାହେଲେ ଅନ୍ୟ ମଣିଷମାନେ କାହିଁକି ଚୁପ୍ ରହନ୍ତି? ଅଯଥା ଦ୍ୱାରକାରେ ଶତ୍ରୁମାନେ କାହିଁକି ବୁଲନ୍ତି? କାହିଁକି ବା ନିଆଁ ଜଳେ ବୋମା ଆତଙ୍କରେ? ମୁଁ ଉତ୍ତର ଦେଇପାରିବି ନାହିଁ, କାରଣ ଏ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ଯେତିକି ପୁରୁଣା, ମଣିଷ ହିଂସ୍ର ପ୍ରକୃତି ଓ ଧ୍ୱଂସ ଇଚ୍ଛା ସେତିକି ପୁରୁଣା। କେଉଁଠି କଂସ, ଜରାସନ୍ଧ ତ କେଉଁଠି ଶକୁନି ଓ ରାବଣ, ସମସ୍ତେ ଜଣେ ଜଣେ ଈଶ୍ୱର। ତାଙ୍କ ହୀନ ଇଚ୍ଛାର ବିକୃତ ମନର ଛବି ସେମାନେ ଆଙ୍କନ୍ତି ବିନା ଦ୍ୱନ୍ଦ୍ୱ, ବିନା ସଂକୋଚରେ। ମୋର ଶକ୍ତି ନାହିଁ ଏମାନଙ୍କୁ ବାନ୍ଧିବା ପାଇଁ, ମୋର ଶକ୍ତି ନାହିଁ ଏମାନଙ୍କୁ ଦଣ୍ଡ ଦେବା ପାଇଁ। ତେଣୁ ହେ ଈଶ୍ୱର, ତୁମେ କାହିଁକି ସୃଷ୍ଟି କର ଗୋଲାପରେ କଣ୍ଟା, ସାପରେ ବିଷ ଓ ମଣିଷକୁ ଦିଅ ଶକ୍ତି ଅପାର? ମୁଁ ଜାଣେ ତୁମେ ଚୁପ୍ ରହିବ, ଦେଖା ବି ଦବନି। ତଥାପି ମୁଁ ଡାକିବି ତୁମକୁ କୁରୁକ୍ଷେତ୍ରରେ, ଲଙ୍କାପୁରୀରେ, ଜର୍ମାନୀରେ, ଇରାନରେ, ଯୁଗ ଯୁଗ ଧରି ତୁମ ମନରେ ବିବେକ ସୃଷ୍ଟି କରିବା ପାଇଁ। ନୂଆ ସୃଜନର ମନ୍ତ୍ର ପାଇଁ ଅପେକ୍ଷା କରିବି ମୁଁ ସବୁ ଅନ୍ୟାୟର ଅନ୍ତ ପାଇଁ। ନୂଆ ସୃଜନର ମନ୍ତ୍ର ପାଇଁ ଅପେକ୍ଷା କରିବି ମୁଁ ସବୁ ଅନ୍ୟାୟର ଅନ୍ତ ପାଇଁ। ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ। ଇଏ ହେଲା ମୋର ପ୍ରଥମ, this was my first poem, and my second poem is, the title is Questions. I have no further questions. I have asked enough from childhood up to my grey present. Questions I have asked when, how, why, etc. I never had any answer. Now I think asking questions is a human hobby. No one waits for an answer. Men and women move from question to question like stray dogs move from street to street in search of certainties. No answer can satisfy me. I too ask. My questions too are the same, searching for certainty and certitude. Who can give any answer to human queries? Even God cannot. The humans are question marks in different colors and styles. Somebody wants to know which way leads to the best restaurant, the best bedroom, the best bedmate, the best job, the best mall, the best end to life. No answer is correct. I often laugh at my foolishness. I often laugh at my foolishness for having asked those questions. Now I don't have questions, tired of them for the repetitiveness of the answers given by Buddha, Christ, Gandhi. Bores me to sleepiness. Questions and answers are equally meaningless. Now I know I must ask my questions to myself and answer them myself. I am a separate person. My life is mine alone. All relationships, therefore, are questionable. I choose my relationship and cry at midnight in my dark room. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. So nicely you have presented. The choice is yours, ma'am. So nicely presented. This was Sabita Sahu, ma'am. Friends, please give her a big hand of applause for her lovely pieces. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming and keep writing and shining. Our best wishes are with you always. Thank you so much for sharing your piece. And I would like to call upon Richard Spisak, sir, from USA. Welcome, sir. Stage is yours, sir.
Thank you so very much. It's an honor to be here among my colleagues and friends. I have a poem that I'm developing into a more important piece. It's going to be a collaboration soon. But the message in this poem is about traveling monks. It's about monks on a journey, and in a way, we all often make these journeys to some better place. In America, with all the troubles we're having right now, a group of monks just walked all the way from Texas to Washington, D.C., to try to make the thought of peace be more important to the people in power. So I'm going to read you this piece solo today, but hopefully next time it'll be in a collaboration. The Traveling Monks. The traveling monks of the Drepung Lungse Lamasery, Om Mani Padme Om, have been traveling to share the fair far Tibet, what you gain when you forget. Om Mani Padme Om. Their wisdom, like the dancing water boy with his buckets who employ with his joyous spillage all the joy and tillage. Om Mani Padme Om. His bearing burden's glory, the beyond silence tells the story. Om Mani Padme Om. Sharing music, dance, and through the ritual conjured trance to break the lake to consecrate. Om Mani Padme Om. The senior monk gave a satsang for the greater glory, and there, amidst the jade and ivory, savor the flavored story. Om Mani Padme Om. We sat in silence, in compliance. The chanting was a delightful violence. Om Mani Padme Om. He asked, the senior monk did. He asked the grown-ups, he asked the kids. Om Mani Padme Om. He asked, Did anyone have in their position the gentle question poised beyond the noise possession? Om, Mani, Padme, Om. They would learn of the monk's wisdom this shining day amidst old Dharma's play. What the traveling monk thunk-ism? Om, Mani, Padme, Om. What did he think after all these weeks in America complete? Was it wondrous? Was it neat? Om, Mani, Padme, Om. The wise monk pondered, and as the chelas fidgeted, they sat in their best posture, fingering their beads, and figured for what they were after. The laughter breaks so rigid. Om, Mani, Padme, Om. The monk finally spoke and wrestled the yoke from their throats with his brief little note. Om, Mani, Padme, Om. He was not asked, hey, would it last? But he said with a chuckling laugh, Om, Mani, Padme, Om. In America, he said, you have a lot of things. I hope it comfort brings at last. Om, Mani, Padme, Om. And like a pebble troubling a pond of what the brainy bounties spawned, it ripples round the room, dispensing light, disturbing gloom. Om, Mani, Padme, Om. In a room as opulent as any temple, a monk whose life was simple gave an ample sample of wisdom's thrilled. Om, Mani, Padme, Om. And though those gathered thrilled, the ancient wisdom surely spilled, and like a bolt of lightning drilled, but some merely puzzled, and from that amount in the room tumbled. What did it mean? What had they seen? Om, Mani, Padme, Om. The senior monk just smiled, and after a while his smile grew into a laugh at last. In his wise foolishness, he found the font's vaunted path. Om, Mani, Padme, Om. And there we go, my friends. May you have a blessed day. Shine, shine your light. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful, excellent. And sir, the way he recited so amazingly, how the monk, he walked and how he's, moving ahead with so many perception he's giving. And lovely, sir. Thank you so much for your lovely piece. Om, Amin. And he's enchanting while going and he's doing the task. Sir, Landon, sir, would you like to say something to him? So divinely he has returned that.
Indeed, indeed, it's the mantra itself is one of the most sacred of Buddhist texts. So that's why he's doing it so divinely. It's sublime, it's lofty, it's on an etheric level, really. It's a 6-syllable mantra which symbolizes the union of compassion and wisdom. And mantra is basically repetition in a sense, and the strength of the poem lies in the repetition. It gives it added oomph, if you like, every time you hear it, and you keep it's like you need a Rudraksa bead to keep chanting. And I mean, Om is the mother of all mantras anyway. Although it's spelled H-U-M at the end in Sanskrit text, but yes, it's essentially a very spiritual work that he's doing.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Give him a big hand of applause, friends. This was Richard Fitzak, sir, from US. And yes, of course, the Lantern, sir, you also deserve the yes applauses. Please give him a big hand of applause, friends. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your lovely pieces. And it was a wonderful evening today, and with the wonderful poems. Anybody left? If Yes, one more guest has arrived with us. He's joined it. Yeah, Prince Bizo. Yeah, Isaac Cohen from Israel. Isaac Cohen, how are you? Welcome. Welcome,
And
sir.
then
Welcome.
me
Stage is yours.
afterwards. You haven't included me yet.
Hi, friends. The time is very hard because very rockets, very sirens, 1 and 2 and 4 and all the time. Morning, evening, night. But we hope that God will save all the creation. Icon, peace. The children germinate stars of peace in the sky. Forests of hope grow in heaven. The flowers step in the universe, scatter fragrance of love. How praised a minute that your eyes look at a magical of creation. And the first, yes, Adi Cohen, rain revival. The land will still blooms and planets will bud leaves. When wars the hope increase to express the heart that Eden. The gladness of petals will light the world and bring the phoenix to renew his days in universe. And the tree, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Excuse me. Well, yes. Yes. Ida Cohen and Karen painted with love. A painting like neighborhood, beds of colors, a nun licking ice cream. Your eyes are scanning for hidden beauty in the alleys. I'm looking at you. Your eyes are like the water of the spring flowing in the valley. I set my light upon you, and you shine like the rising moon in the morning. Thank you, Isaac Cohen, Israel.
Thank you so much, Isaac Cohen, sir. Give him a big hand of applause, friends, to Isaac
Want
Cohen,
to send
sir,
my
for his
condolences.
love.
Yeah,
My
thank you.
condolences and empathy to Isaac as well, because there's a lot happening around him. And he turns up unfailingly every week with his messages of love and peace. So I want to wish him well and the higher blessings.
Yeah.
And Saraswati, you haven't called me as yet, you know that, right?
Yeah, I was about to call you, sir. I was about to call you. Lantern carrier, sir. Actually, the dynamic person stays for the last, no? The stage, you can't leave the stage. Oh, it's Lantern carrier, sir, from UK. Yeah, sir. Welcome, sir. Stage is
thank
yours.
you.
We want to listen now.
Engage is the bee of my mind on the blue lotus feet of my divine mother. Engage is the bee of my mind on the blue lotus feet of my divine mother. Divine mother, my divine mother, divine mother, my divine mother, divine mother, my divine mother, divine mother, my divine mother. You're my music and my gong, my brightest light when things go wrong. All where you play my song on broken drums to make me strong. You're my violin and lute, the sweetest songs within my flute. Thank God your treasured smile so cute, full of compassion, so-called Ruth. Sweet mother dear, thy sacrifice, coupled with love and great advice, your sweet concern did but entice me to no wrong for thinking twice. You are my bridegroom and my bride, robed in the wedding suit I tried, woven so gorgeously I cried when the skilled tailor I espied. Mother, you kissed my wounded soul and dyed my precious heart in gold. My strength and kindness you did mold, a selfless spirit to behold. You gave me comfort, money, toys. You showered love and heard my cries. When I was wrong, you did address my faults with sweetness at its best. You gave me praises, scoldings too. I'll make a better son of you. And so I learned my lessons well, proud of my mother, truth to tell. I laid with mother, saw her sleep, eyes through the pillows, had a peep. With life's challenges, laughed and wept, embrace as one we always slept. Concerned devotion was her name, all through her life 'twas just the same. Fun-loving, witty, life of care, for mom and I went everywhere. My mother was a selfless being, through trials reign was never mean. She counseled me when in distress, elated, proud of my success. For my mistakes, mom took the blame. When I messed up, she hid my shame. Humble, low, she shunned all fame, singing the grandeur of God's name. A medic great turned out to be, but wanted most for her to see. The heart of beauty I became, all glory to my mother's name. The Lantern Carrier. Thank you. Happy Mothering Sunday, all.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful, superb. The king is king, the we should say, and wonderful poem, sir. A lovely tribute to mom, and everyone, please give him a big hand of applause, friends. Lantern Carrier, sir, from UK, and marvelous and magnificent. You can say wonderful piece tribute for every mother, and thank you so much for coming and joining. Now, anybody else is left with us?
Let me
Dr.
just say
Anita
one thing.
Sharma.
I'm sorry.
One Dr. Anita Sharma is still there. Anita Sharma, ma'am, have you recited? I guess, yes. She's gone through. Anita Sharma, ma'am.
She has recited.
Dr. Anita Sharma, she has recited?
Yeah.
I was just going to say, thank you, Lantern.
Okay.
You always bring us a wonderful blessing.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, she is recited, I guess. Anita Sharma, ma'am.
Yes, recited.
Yes,
She's
I have
recited, sir.
recited, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, anybody else is left?
I am
Or
you
thank
now.
you so much. Thank you.
I invite you,
Yes.
Saraswati,
Who
to
else is left now?
I think we should hear a
Yes,
poem
ma'am.
from Saraswati.
Okay, sir. Okay, I'll go with it. Thank you, Roopali, ma'am.
and also congratulations for all the wonderful awards that you've been getting and the kind of
Thank you, ma'am.
getting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Love it. Your blessings are with me always as Ma. I take you as Ma. Thank you so much for being so kind-hearted and listening to me. I'll go with one small piece. Today only I've written it. This one's Sweet Majestic Sound. Sweet majestic sound of that cuckoo bird sitting around echoes every morning. The tapestry of the spring brings vitality, passion, joy, and energy. The deep blues also haze through my window with sweet, mesmerizing sound. Sweet, majestic sound I can hear around. Holding on to sound takes the thousand junctures back with the unfolding stories. That sweet, majestic sound. This was one poem of mine. I'll go with one हिंदी की एक गजल मैं आपके समक्ष पेश कर रही हूँ. उम्मीद है आपको अच्छी लगेगी. मेरी खुद की रचित है, मैंने खुद लिखी है और इसका खुद ही मैंने कुछ त्रुटि हो तो प्लीज माफ कीजिएगा बिकॉज बहुत बड़ी सिंगर नहीं हूं मैं. तो I'll go with that. ख्वाहिशों का चलन कुछ कम कीजिए, ख्वाहिशों का चलन कम कर लीजिए, ये मुनासिब नहीं आदमी के लिए, ये मुनासिब नहीं आदमी के लिए, ख्वाहिशों का चलन कम कर लीजिए. ख्वाहिशों से जरूरी भी कई काम है, ख्वाहिशों से जरूरी भी कई काम है, ख्वाहिश ही नहीं गोशाए दिल के लिए, ख्वाहिश ही नहीं गोशाए दिल के लिए, ख्वाहिशों का चलन कुछ कम कीजिए. ख्वाहिशों को तू अपने दमन करके देख, ख्वाहिशों को तू अपने दमन करके देख, ख्वाहिश पूरी तो किसी और की करके देख, ख्वाहिश पूरी तो किसी और की पूरी करके तो देख, ख्वाहिश एकत्रित तो कर अपने दिल में महज, ख्वाहिश एकत्रित तो कर अपने दिल में महज, ख्वाहिश सहारा बने तेरा जीने के लिए, ख्वाहिशों का चलन कुछ कम करके देख, ख्वाहिशों का चलन कुछ कम करके देख, ख्वाहिश सस्ती या महंगी कभी होती नहीं, ख्वाहिश सस्ती या महंगी कभी होती नहीं, ख्वाहिश दूजा सुने तो बेशकीमती है वो, ख्वाहिश दूजा सुने तो बेशकीमती है को, ख्वाहिश बिकती भी देखी बाजारों में हो, ख्वाहिश बिकती भी देखी बाजारों में हो, ख्वाहिश बिका भी देती है इंसान को, ख्वाहिश बिका भी देती है इंसान को, ख्वाहिशों का चलन तू कम करके दे, ख्वाहिश से भी कभी पेट भरता नहीं, ख्वाहिश से भी कभी पेट भरता नहीं, ख्वाहिश बढ़ जाए तो दगा भी देती है, ख्वाहिश बढ़ जाए तो दगा भी देती है, ख्वाहिशों का चलन तो कम करके दे, ये मुनासिब नहीं आदमी के लिए, ख्वाहिश दिल से तू अपनी भुला कर तो देख, ख्वाहिश दिल से तू अपनी भुला कर तो देख, ख्वाहिश के बिना जिंदगी का मजा देती है, ख्वाहिश भी बिना जिंदगी के मजा देती है, ख्वाहिशों का चलन कुछ कम करके दे, ये मुनासिब नहीं आदमी के लिए। ये गजल मैंने प्रस्तुत की है अपनी तरफ से, ख्वाहिशों लाइक अपने हम लोगों का जो डिजायर्स हैं, इट्स अबाउट द डिजायर्स, वी शुड कंट्रोल आवर डिजायर्स, वी कैन लिव विदाउट आवर डिजायर्स ऑल्सो by fulfilling the needs and desires of other person, understanding the choice, taste and desires of others instead of looking of ours always. So this was my small song. I thought I took the very long time, and this was a small poem on small bird cuckoo. And this, thank you so much, everyone. It was a wonderful evening. Hope you all enjoyed listening. I enjoyed too very much with the wonderful poems all around the world and the globe, with the lovely, lovely, so positive attitude and peace gets spread all around the world. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you
I
wanted to say something?
Yes, I loved your poem because, this evening has been a very spiritual one. I think, the kind of things that are happening all over around us, people dying, soldiers dying, children dying, and, so much devastation that somewhere deep down inside us, beginning with, what Heera's poems and other poems also, we've tried to pull out our spiritual self from somewhere, trying to reach out to God, trying to find peace outside us and inside us. And what you have concluded with is that we have to reduce our desire. We have to reduce our desire and try to fulfill other people's desires. And that's
Definitely. Yeah.
So the moment we do that, I think the darkness that Ronnie is talking about will go away, and the Om that Richard, the monk's journey will be a fulfilling one. Will be a very fulfilling one. Thank you so much. I think it's been a wonderful evening.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, all of you. Let's meet again next week with the same gestures, and love you all. Take care. Best wishes to all. And thank you so much, K. Kumar Prasanna ji, again, for providing so wonderful, luminaries bodies around the world here.